Hello again, I'm Karen Giannoni. You're watching Impact from the... A dramatic health warning based on a 40-year study of millions of people worldwide. Obesity is rising dramatically. More than 640 million people are now classified as obese, and that now outstrips the number who are underweight. It's putting enormous strain on public health systems in many parts of the world, and without urgent action, it's going to get worse. Jane Draper has this report.
Just your hips.
Fitness trainer Loretta has battled with her weight, but she helps inspire others to stay active.
Okay. So just going to place your hands on your knees.
Today's report predicts almost 40% of UK adults will be dangerously overweight in 10 years' time. The scientists looked at data on height and weight from almost 20 million adults around the world. They found obesity in men has tripled since 1975 to more than 10% of them now, and it's more than doubled in women over the same 4 decades. The US has the highest number of severely obese adults, more than 39 million, and women in the UK have the 3rd highest body mass index in Europe.
We are not going to medicate our way out of obesity problem, and we are not going to solve it with a few extra bicycle lanes. We should be taking serious actions through prices and regulation on the foods that people can access and eat.
The authors want governments to make fruit and veg more affordable and to tax sugar and highly processed foods. The study shows obesity is a problem everywhere.
Whatever your culture, obesity is going up. That means that some countries are perhaps more resistant to obesity going up, but even in countries like France and others, obesity is increasing. So it's increasing everywhere, and we have to ask ourselves as a global society, why is that?
People taking exercise in a London park this morning say we can all play a part.
More exercising and healthy diet, and probably stress control, because people tend to eat a lot when they are under stress.
If you grow up eating crisps and all of the rest of it, it's going to be very difficult to get out of that particular circle.
There is a global target to stop the rise in obesity over the next 10 years, but this research has a grim message. The chance of meeting it is almost zero. Jane Draper, BBC News.
Well, with 30 million obese people, India is 3rd in the global list of countries with a problem. Dr. Prabal Roy is an expert in weight loss surgery from the Asian Institute of Medical Sciences in Delhi. Dr. Roy, thank you for joining us. What kind of picture are you seeing from the cases that come to you?
Hi, good evening, Karen. State in India, of course, the data suggests that there is a lot of obesity that is moving on right from very young people to even the middle ages and the elderly. There is significant data now available that the Ministry of Health has also issued a need for action plan on obesity and non-communicable diseases. So there's some movement that is happening from the government side, but awareness amongst people is still very poor. The availability of... Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you. I mean, what do you think lies behind this? Is it a significant change in people's diet and the quality and quantity of the food they're eating? Or is it a lack of knowledge about exercising, for example?
There are 2 basic issues. One is that there is a definition today of an Indian phenotype. The Asian Indian phenotype is a body type which gains more amount of fat in our tummies and around our waist. That we have got larger number of fat cells as compared to the European or the American or Caucasian population. The second part is easier availability or the cheaper availability of fattening foods as compared to healthy foods. There has been a rapid rise in urbanization. There has been a upward growth in the middle classes in India. That has also led to an increased number of people actively, taking up food which is not really good for them. Sedentary lifestyle in India is also very rampant, right from adolescence up to later part of life. People are not very aware to be active and, to have a regular physical regime.
And I mean, what do you think one can do about it? Because if Indians and the growing middle classes are finding themselves in a position to buy more fast food, to treat themselves to meals and perhaps take in more of the foods that cause this sort of obesity, how does the government combat that?
You see, this requires a multi-pronged approach. The approach has to be from the government, to ensure that the right kind of food is available at a cheaper price and people are able to consume that. There is enough space for people to participate in activities and in physical work. There is a part of the society also wherein people are educated, they are informed about the right choice of food. The family has to understand that it is obesity that starts in childhood, that they should be trained and informed, the children should be informed, and their television time, their on-table time should be reduced. School curriculums have to improve wherein sports becomes a compulsory part of activity for them. This is how the whole thing can work, and this will work only if we have a national program towards it. India is one of the very few countries in the world where obesity surgery, that is bariatric surgery for morbidly obese people, is not covered by insurance. So people have to make a out-of-pocket payment. Therefore, treating, one part is preventing, the second part is treating. Treating is also not that easy because it is a very expensive surgery to undergo.
Dr. Prabal Roy, a bariatric surgeon in Delhi, thank you very much for talking to us.